This is a Headgum podcast.
Hey bitch, what is your whole deal? Hey bitch, just tell us how you feel. You wished for a sign from above. Well, here's a podcast about boy sex, fucking, dating, and love. Seek treatment if you're boring as fuck. Seek treatment if you're unlucky in love. Seek treatment if you just can't take a hint. Well, seek treatment with Kat and Pat.
Been there, done that, messed around.
We're having fun.
We're getting down. Is that a lyric?
I don't know. It was on when I was at the gym today. When you like.
You finally hear a lyric,
and it's like it just becomes part of your day. Then
been there, done that.
I'm back at my 7:15 a.m. bullshit. 7:15 class.
I'm back on my hey is for horsies. Ride 'em, cowgirl. My name is
Reverse cowgirl. It's such a punchline.
I know, and it's like I would never.
I'll throw it in a script easily.
Yeah, I'm not above it. I'm not above the reverse cowgirl punchline pipeline. I have not really engaged with that pose. It's probably a bit hard on the quads.
Yeah, it definitely looks hard on the quads, and also like
I don't have the desired ass. I don't.
Totally. And then you as the one being penetrated, you aren't even getting to look at your like what's going on.
You're looking at the fucking. You're looking at the TV. You're looking at the wall.
If you're doing reverse cowgirl, you're only getting half the story.
Reverse cowgirl.
It's like bring a book.
Me with my iPad with like the baby guard on there, like the pink and blue thing. Like,
yeah, that.
Watching Bluey.
When iPad baby guards became something that was an invention that
it took bowling. It took the idea from bowling.
It took
and it said, what if we do this with an iPad?
And they said, what if it was dystopian?
Yeah.
When we as a culture developed a need for iPad baby bumpers.
Mm-hmm. That's what we should have called it.
Is when we should have taken pause.
When do you think we'll call it as a culture?
I don't know. It's actually being so funny. You know who's like so fun is this person called my gym and his wife who are like power couple photographers.
Wow.
A straight power couple photographer.
I'd love to hear about a straight couple that knows how to have fun.
We're talking about how like
but they go to the gym together. That gives me pause.
Yeah, but it's so funny at the gym because I noticed like I do notice women go because like each day is a certain muscle group, and so I always notice which women like skip which days, and I'm like, oh, that's what she is striving to look like. You know what I mean? It's
yeah,
like,
you know about the women's body.
Oh, you skip shoulders. Oh, so you skip shoulders because that's what you're trying to look like.
Yeah.
Anyways, bleep both of their names, of course.
And by the way, this is Seek Treatment.
This is Seek Treatment podcast of voice, sex, fucking.
And my name is Kitty Cat.
And my name is Pat.
Poochie.
And my name is just Pat. We're both wearing hats to comment on being dressed down.
And it's really radical how quickly I've given up trying to look good for the podcast.
Yeah, and it's radical for me that I was gonna go to Stretch Lab. It's radical for me that I was gonna go to Stretch Lab today.
What the hell is Stretch? I mean, Stretch Lab, you have to. I'm wearing the same shirt I wore last night. Everyone's freaking out, screaming.
Have I not talked about Stretch Lab on the podcast yet?
No.
Oh, I'll have to get into Stretch Lab.
Yeah, please. Oh, God. You're never going to guess who's walking into this damn studio.
Oh, my God. Do the
Mrs. Nori M. Reed.
Mrs. Nori M. Reed.
You look gorgeous to me. I mean, I was just talking about how I've radically... Like, the first episode we did with the cameras, I was, like, literally, like...
I feel... Yeah,
and then now, I come in... I can't.
And these are cameras, right? These are cameras.
Those are being cameras.
Yeah,
those are being cameras.
Are those cameras?
So those are going to go ahead and be cameras.
Are those... Wait. So all the three... Okay.
Stop the music. We're just letting people see the real.
But do I look normal?
Yeah.
Okay.
There's no such thing as normal.
Thank you, Pat. And I just want to say thank you.
No, you don't, because there is no such thing. You're like, okay.
Yeah, and you look like shit.
Yeah, you look like...
Of course not.
Yeah.
Of course not. Okay.
Like that foot is okay?
We are so thrilled that we have one of the most amazing guests.
A rare two-time guest.
The first time was Zoom, so it goes into like the void of my like, you know what I'm saying? Now we're finally connecting.
Oh my God, it's like SNL. I'm like a 2-time.
Yeah, you're Steve Martin of Seek Treatment.
Yes, you are the Steve Martin of Seek Treatment.
I can't wait for the Only Murders Hour.
We're so happy to bring into the studio live. Open your ears for Nori Reed. What's her middle name?
Ann.
No.
So
Nori
pure.
Ann. Nori Ann Reed.
Ann
I
is
kept going with
classic,
Nori
no.
M. Reed. But
Oh,
it's
I
Nori,
like that better.
Nori A.
Yesterday, I found the
better.
perfect name for my daughter.
What?
Kelly. Because I thought of it when...
She's verklempt.
I thought of it when our guest said Kelly Green. I was like, Kelly, because Kelly Green is like... You just know exactly what that green is because Kelly is emblematic of an era. It's an emblematic of like an aesthetic. It's like
It's so you.
It's the
Yeah.
Max, Saved by the Bell, of course, Kelly Kapowski. But like that whole, like it's just Kelly is like she's never said something serious in her life, and people love her for it. Like
No.
people love her to death.
Kelly
for it.
Regan is so cute.
Kelly Regan.
She's wearing
yeah.
high socks and a pony.
Yeah,
Actually, don't
she's
love
chill
Kelly Regan.
too.
I would have Kelly like not take my last name or
Okay.
even my like partner's last name. Like I would just give her like a completely new
Start
last
fresh.
name. Yeah.
Then the lineage
Yeah.
starts here.
Like, Kelly Cactus.
Kelly Cactus is such a cute name.
I
Kelly
love
Cactus.
that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Kelly
can't you see someone
Cactus?
having a crush on Kelly Cactus?
Absolutely.
Kelly
no-
Cactus is the hottest girl at school.
If no one has a crush on my daughter, I'll just die.
Ew.
You're the opposite of like a traditional
Yeah.
dad.
Yeah.
Like when the boy comes over here, like, are you gonna fuck my daughter?
Yeah, rail my daughter.
Rail my daughter.
What are your intentions with my daughter? I hope to fuck her up that.
That's like such a porn channel name, Rail My Daughter. It's
Rail my
like,
daughter.
I can see the graphic now popping up like 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 in the washing machine. Oh, you know what I mean? Is that not? Are you guys not on
Totally, no, I
Pornhub?
know. It's like, I'm not thinking of like.
Do you know on Pornhub when they're in the washing machine and they're like,
Yes.
oh, like
Oh,
yeah.
really?
Absolutely. It's usually, and it's also like usually there's a step
There's always a
mom,
step
stepdad
component.
Yeah.
moment.
Step is the
culture.
most
Yeah.
used word on
In
that
porn,
website.
Yeah.
How?
If you
Step.
saw a word cloud for Pornhub, it would be step, 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 step.
Step.
Then like juicy, then like ass.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's interesting.
Juicy,
I,
comma ass.
Yeah, the gay ones are so weird. It's like literally there's one called like X Hamster.
Oh, well, Brian loves Noodle Tube or whatever.
I don't know that one. And then there's one that's like
What is it called? Like X. I don't know.
then there's one that's
Noodle
like and then there's like boyfriend. Then there's like one that's like literally like man.com. It's like maybe think of it's like maybe like do the second thought. You know what I mean?
Man.com.
So, Nora, you've just recovered. You've shared with us that you just recovered from the flu,
Yes,
and now you're back.
yes.
You went to a party. First of all, whose was it? Where?
Yeah, like why wasn't I
It-
included?
And was it fun?
It
I would have
was-
loved to be included.
It was fun. I mean, we can talk off the pod.
Yeah.
Just kind
Sure.
of why you weren't invited.
Oh my
Oh.
god!
I'm kidding. That was a joke. That was such a
Was it-
Both of
joke.
us being like,
Was
oh,
it-
makes sense.
That was a
I know,
joke.
it was like it could be anyone. What was it? Someone in the comedy space?
Adjacent. It was. I don't know. Of course, I think that's gonna be. Everyone has a birthday.
Everyone
it's not
has a
private.
birthday. You know, it's not. If you're trying to position yourself as someone in this town who doesn't have a birthday, like we know what's the truth.
Everyone
You know, that's a
has
good drag name.
birthday.
Adjacent, like adjacent.
Uh,
like it would be like adjacent.
Like a
And you'd be
drag
like,
king?
I'm adjacent.
Like a drag.
Yeah,
king.
if I did drag,
Yeah.
I have to ask y'all something off the pot. Okay,
You
we'll
as
go
a
back.
drag king. I would love.
I
if you-
experienced something that
I would
I'm
love
not
if
ready
you
to
made an
discuss.
I would love if you made a turn towards like Ernest Drag Kingdom.
I don't see it, but I didn't see a lot of things coming my way.
Okay, wait. So what were you
Yeah.
saying?
Well, I need to see that. I think the world needs to see that and wants to see that. So
My big hips in a trouser
yes.
pantsuit.
I've never watched a drag king perform. I wonder what their like performance element is.
It's like I think it is like performing masculinity.
Yeah,
I
it's
mean,
Swagger, right?
the
It's sort of-
swagger. There's you got to draw the facial hair on.
Yeah.
I think a big part of the art is hiding hips.
Sure.
I think
Yeah.
hiding hips is a big part of the
And
craft.
a big part of the craft of drag queendom is creating hips. Isn't that
That's what
interesting?
it
How
is.
funny. The
How-
thing that ties genders together.
Wow.
It's hips or no hips.
So real.
So what was I gonna say? Wait, so you're saying you went to this party?
I did. It was my friend Nico Santos.
Oh, of course.
His partner Zeke.
Yes, who I know
I'm
well.
also friends with. Who's
He-
amazing.
Yes, he of course could have felt comfortable inviting me to that. Well, you know what?
See, this is what I'm
Leave
like,
this on.
what am I
But
doing?
you know what it is?
What am I doing?
Scared. I'm so
But
scared.
you know what it
We
is?
put you in a horrible position.
It's actually a
first of all.
classic situation where I saw them out and I was like, they were like, oh, we're having people at our pool
Oh,
tomorrow
wow.
after picketing. I was during a strike, and I was like, I would love to come, but then like I couldn't go that day. And I remember thinking to myself, like you could have built a bridge today if you had gone to the event, and because like you've like it's like there, I've known Zeke for a long time, but we've never been, and so I was like,
Yeah.
oh, I could have. Now it's like I didn't go and you invited me, so I'm like, now what are my chances of
Being in the
I was like,
roster.
when January comes around, like, and it's a birthday.
Been there, done that. January's are coming around.
But you know, I'm making a
I think I was your backup. Like you said no, and they're like, Nori Reed,
Did you
they're
go-
like, come over here.
Did you go to that post-picket pool party?
Red leather,
maybe.
yellow leather,
Yeah.
post-picket pool party.
I think so.
Wait, I was
Okay,
just
wow.
saying, I'm dressed like trash because I was going to go to a space called Stretch Lab after this.
You look amazing.
Oh, thank
you.
you.
both look
No.
really. You
Well-
both look like you have your lives together because you're gonna like work out before or after this, and that feels
well, my thing is,
intimidating.
His is connected to working out. Mine is not.
But mine's also
that's
not.
okay.
You both. I mean,
But here's my
you look
deal.
ready.
I
you.
did work out this morning, but like in different clothes, and then I showered and then put this on like post workout. So it's like
At what?
almost sadder.
Gosh.
But like I've been going to this place.
This is a
Stretch
nice
Lab.
tea, though.
This is like
It's
one of
nice.
those rag and bone teas that for no reason is like $130.
I can see why it is, but it looks expensive.
It looks expensive.
I know, but here's what I'll say.
And
like,
please say it.
Like, it's one of those teas that like looks really good the first 3 times you wear it, and then does lose its shape. And so you just have to be ready for that. If you are
like
going to put down the
life.
$130 for again a T-shirt, you just have to be ready for what's going to come. And that's what Pema Chodron was talking about when
Totally.
she famously said her
There's
book.
something so like existential about that.
Yeah.
Like something very like bone chilling,
Oh,
like life.
Yeah.
Maybe I just been in the house for a week by myself, but that gave me chills.
No, it's because no joy is lasting. No joy is lasting.
What-
Wow.
what realizations did you have spending a week alone at home?
That
came
was a
up?
big one.
Yeah.
that
What
was a
came up
huge
for
one.
you?
No,
No
joy is lasting. No
lasting.
joy is lasting.
No joy is
Um,
lasting. And what a relief, because then we don't have to grasp at that, do we?
Wow.
We don't have to hope for it, do we? Because we know it's going to happen, don't we?
Wait, what did you say?
I said, what a relief. What a
Oh,
relief.
what a relief.
What a relief.
I love,
No joy is lasting. What a
yeah.
relief.
Well, do you know what else? Things aren't bad right now. This is just how they are right now.
yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
This podcast has shifted in a way that I'm like obsessed with and like so. There's like is it Deepak Chopra?
Yeah.
100%.
Deepak
Yeah, he's
We're on
right.
that.
Yeah.
We're on that audible repeat listening, like
Yes.
as we
Yeah.
sleep.
I'm just like, wow.
I'll come clean. I've listened to a couple of Deepak Chopra audiobooks.
Yes.
I'll come clean. I'll come
The
clean.
drought was the very worst. Whoa, whoa.
Is he like? Is he hot?
No.
I want to know.
Because you know what I even did? I like watched a like podcast visual. I watched like a YouTube of a podcast that he was on, and I didn't.
And you
feel
didn't jerk
attracted.
it?
I didn't end up jerking to that podcast video.
Wow.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I ended up not jerking to completion from it. But so you're home with the flu.
Yeah.
Oh my
I mean,
God.
that's such a good question. I don't think I realized anything about anything.
Yeah,
I'm like dumb now.
realizing something.
Well, you work. It's like we work nonstop. So when you finally get a chance to chill, it's like your body needed to shut down for a little bit.
I think it was welcome. Like I watched a
Right?
lot of, I mean, not to be boring, I watched a lot of Real Housewives.
Yeah,
That's the opposite of boring.
You know, I'm going
You
through
know
a
what I
thing where I
mean?
don't care about Real
It's like-
Housewives anymore.
That's growth and beauty. Is that that's
I don't
beautiful?
know. It's like I literally
That's what
can't
Deepak
get
Chopra
through the.
wanted.
I
Yeah.
can't get through the Salt Lake City reunion. I'm like, I don't care. I don't care what these women are saying towards
Yeah.
me.
I think he's kind of. I think he's good looking. You don't like it?
In the
Ooh,
one video
I
I saw,
see.
maybe it was his. Maybe he
That's
was about
working
to go,
for me.
Maybe in the video I saw he was
Oh.
about to go to Stretch Lab.
Yeah, I do. I think he's wearing one of those rag and bone tees for the 4th time.
Oh yeah, no, he's cute
Some
here.
images
I'd have
are
sex with
certain.
He's
them.
cute here, but I think this might have been like a little while ago. Like I
Sure,
think
when you
time comes for
imagine
all of
someone
us.
searching Catherine Cohen Young.
I think he would be the first to say that. I think he would be the first to say that time comes for all of us. Because even like it's more like that. Like nowadays.
I got you. Okay,
I'm-
so first of all, how was Sketchfest?
It was fun. I did like 5 shows in 2 days, which is
That's a lot.
That's fun, right? I feel like that's fun.
That's
Is that
fun.
fun?
5
What are the
hours?
shows?
Oh, 5 shows.
Yeah, like
I see.
sets.
It's sets, 5
Sure.
sets.
Is it one
Oh,
of
that
those,
is fun.
Let me ask you
Yeah.
this: is it one of those festivals where there's like a million shows all around, and like, say there's a million shows, 200,000 of them are like LGBT lineup, and then so you're just truly doing like, you're just sitting in the same like. You're sitting in a trailer with the same 8 gays at the festival, like all over it. Like, and then
Yeah.
you're all going up and doing the same set. And like, okay, I'll see you at the next like LGBT one.
They like keep you like quarantined
Yeah.
together.
Yeah.
They're like, no, don't. They're like, you can't leave. You gotta stay here. Do you need anything?
Was it that vibe?
Well, no, they actually. It was. I had some gay shows.
Yeah.
which were super fun. I did a show with Spike and Honey Pluton.
Oh
most amazing name in
So-
town.
right?
Haven't met them, but I see that name and I go, that's the most amazing name you could ever have.
Yeah, it like they do a show about like gay Jeopardy,
Oh, fun.
and
Love.
I won.
Oh my God, you did?
Congratulations.
Yeah, I'm actually. I think I'm smart.
You're
Actually,
incredibly smart.
Yeah, I forget. I've
Like
been in
trivia?
LA for so long. You kind of start to forget.
Let me ask you this. Let me
know.
ask you this.
Smart.
Are you someone who could like realistically expect to get a wedge in Trivial Pursuit?
Ooh.
Because getting a wedge is so hard because you have to not only know the questions
What's
are
a
so
wedge?
hard in Trivial
They're
Pursuit.
so niche. It's
And-
like super niche.
And like you could get a million right, but if you have to first of all be on the wedge space. And
What's
then-
wedge?
Have you ever played Trivial Pursuit?
No.
Oh, then it's
All right, what up? Skip. you don't have to waste. You don't have to waste our guest time explaining to me what a wedge is. I'm tapping out for this one.
It's been a minute since I played, but I just remember the questions being so like in niche categories that I'm not good at.
Yeah,
So then
totally.
it's like fuck
the-
this.
yeah, it's so hard.
It's like
And-
crossword knowledge.
No, it's like it'll
Like
literally-
80s shows that
Oh.
Well,
I
it's
don't
like
know,
you
it's
hope
like-
that there's one that's like stage and screen or something. So of course, as a queer youth, you're like, let me go for those ones, and of course, those are the pink wedges, and like,
and they had to do it to
and
him.
then orange is sports, so it's like there's 0%
Gatorade, is it in
chance.
you?
Yeah, I know.
It's giving.
But the deal is, there's all these spaces. Like if you land on a color, you have to answer that question, and then like if you get it right, you get to go again. But there's some spaces that are wedge spaces. If you get that right, then you get a wedge of that color. You have to get all the colors. So it's like you play it as a kid, but it's like there's no way I'm knowing who won like the Australian Open in 2008 in
Exact-
1982.
yes, because you're
you
a
know?
kid and you're like,
Wow.
I don't know.
And even if you happen to get a
That's
question,
crazy.
even if you happen to
Yeah.
get a question that like you could get right, if you're not on a wedge space, it's all for nothing. And then yeah, our biggest note to Trivial Pursuit is we're kids and we don't know.
I feel like it's like a humiliation game.
Yeah.
To like humiliate children.
It's kinky.
My
It's-
brother was always
yeah.
like a little bit. Neither of us would ever get all the wedges, but my brother was like a little bit better than me, and that was kind of hard. He was a little better than me at everything.
I'm
pretty
definitely
much.
not a
Yeah.
trivia girl. Are you?
No, I mean like I would like the bar like when you go to a bar and do trivia, I've never
No.
I've had sex.
Oh,
I'm just kidding. That was a joke. That was a
Honey,
joke.
I was-
farewell.
That was- everyone's so mad.
I know. Listen, that was a joke.
I love I will say I love a game night. I love games, so like I can connect with that element of trivia.
You and see, Zeke puts on a lot of game
So
nights.
and that's why I
We
blew it.
have to get the bridge
I
built.
think that y'all really need to build that
I
bridge.
Maybe you could put on
Especially
the
'cause-
construction cap and build that
I
bridge
think
for
I
him.
might do a little emailing after this.
Yeah, please connect us over email.
I
Even though we're a
heard
little
about the
friend.
post-picket pool party that was missed. That was missed.
Wait, you have to share this. So I was gonna go to Stretch Lab. There's not a good amount of
Right.
time
Back to
for
Stretch
me.
Lab.
But like Stretch Lab is this place where like you go and like you pay month to month and you can I think you can go as much as you want. It's actually not clear and they won't explain it to you. But they stretch you out and there's different practitioners you could choose from. So I got linked up with this. I want to tell y'all.
That sounds really sexual.
Well,
You
it
you
can-
choose the person who stretches you out.
Well, it almost did feel.
I want to be
sexual.
stretched.
Yeah.
But like I will say this. Bleep the name out, but I want you guys to know the name. I've started going to this woman.
Loving.
But I'm
Oh.
okay. Bleep that name out.
Sex
But
worker.
I'm in this space where I keep
Mhm.
getting into the deepest conversations with like people in my orbit. So it's like me and like literally go so deep, and then literally I'll now feel so bad to not book her. And at the end of the last session, she literally said, you know, I'm a really private person, and I don't share this much with anyone.
That's so sweet.
God.
But I was like, oh my god,
I
that's
don't,
amazing.
I
But now
don't
it's
like it when I don't know, and maybe that I'll get. I don't know if this is bad, but when like you go, like say you go for a haircut,
Yes,
Mhm.
and then they start to like
yes,
really dump,
I know.
and then at the end they're like, "Wow, like we were each other's therapists," and
I
you're like,
know.
"No, like you told me about that you were molested, and like I'm trying to get bangs, like I'm trying to get my bangs trimmed, and I've been here for 10 minutes, and you told me about the 3 times you've been molested." And I'm just like, can I just get my bangs? And then they charge you $200.
At least
They
you're like,
charge you to
and 100 for the tip. You
Yes.
go, okay.
And you go, thank you.
I actually
Thanks.
don't have the battery. I don't have my social battery full enough to ever get my hair cut because I can't engage in that way.
I can't.
That's so funny.
I know.
I don't
Well,
like
you have
that.
to. But here's the deal: is like it's a famous situation of the famous scientific phrase, "If you give a mouse a cookie."
Yes.
And like you have to be. You have 2 options. You sit down, either take out your fucking phone, eyes to screen glued, you're off.
Yeah.
Or if you even
Uh-huh.
open up your energy one crack,
Uh-huh.
like
Just the door
all
ajar.
of a sudden,
Yes.
they're 8 years old, they're getting molested, and you're.
Stop.
Like, and there's a different version of that too. Is I'll go to hairstylists who are like gorgeous, like young mothers.
Yeah.
And then they'll talk about their kids. And then I feel this pressure in almost like a trans woman way. I feel this pressure to like pretend like I know the culture.
Yeah.
To feel like so I'll be like, oh my God, like, what school? And then I'm like, I don't know what schools are in Silver Lake, and I don't give a fuck what school like Johnton goes to. Johnton. I don't care.
Adjacent. Wait, what?
Well, I feel like it's similarly like whenever someone says they have kids, I'm like I fully shut down, and I'm like, how old? And whatever age they say, I'm like,
good question.
Oh, I'm like such good ages.
I know, me
Yes.
too, but I always mean it when I say that.
I've never met kids, and I don't need to know them.
No.
It's funny because I do earnestly say what age, and I do earnestly, I'm like, whoa, that's a fun age. But I do happen to only know people with kids at fun ages. I don't know what I
Well,
would
it won't
say.
last, will it?
Well, nothing does.
Will it?
You also you want kids, right? I feel like
No, I
Oh.
like.
He used to be addicted.
I
Oh
thought
no,
you
I
did.
still love kids, and I like to like hang, like
Uncle vibes.
Yeah, but I just know myself too well. Like I couldn't handle having a dog. Like I can't do it. Like I can't do it. I'm too dissociative. I'm too like.
You might grow.
I might grow. I mean, anything.
or
could
the baby
happen.
might die.
Or yeah, you never know.
And one's gonna happen.
Yeah.
One is gonna happen.
I just
Two
couldn't
options
do
stand
it.
before me.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't want kids, but
Got
I
it.
do. I think that's what I've learned about myself. Is I used to feel like, oh no, I do want kids because I enjoy kids generally, but I enjoy a lot of things generally. But
And
that doesn't mean I
me.
want to ruin my entire life for that.
I feel like I'm supposed to want them, but I don't.
Yeah.
But I froze
I know
You
so
did.
many.
just in
Yeah.
case.
That's really. I feel like that's so smart.
Because I'm
and-
twisty, turny up
that's good.
inside. So
Yeah.
we'll see. Do you want kids?
No, I don't. Well, it's so funny too because like during the transition process, they like after you do like irreversible stuff, then they're like, by the way, like, do you want kids? And I'm like, oh,
After?
Oh my
I'm like,
God.
kind of did.
Yeah.
Been there, done that.
You're like,
messed
thanks for
around."
checking. Thanks for checking in.
Yeah.
We are working on a time machine.
Yeah, I'm like interesting. I'm like, now we're having the conversation. But no, I mean, even separate from that, I just would never. I don't.
Yeah.
I'm very similar.
Yeah.
I do want a dog.
You do want a
I've
dog.
Who's
been-
your dog? New segment.
I want a dog so bad.
Oh, you want one?
I want
Oh,
a dog.
me
I go on the websites, like the rescue sites, and then I literally cry.
Oh.
I look at the dogs and I cry and I go,
God.
"Am I okay?
No.
Am
Yeah.
I okay?" Because I'm crying. I'm actively crying. I see a dog one time. It said, and I don't cry for any dog. It's
Sure.
got to be the dog. And this one was wiry, kind of like a rat terrier mix.
Mhm.
And then it said under the description, it said that he was smart. And then I started sobbing. What's that?
I don't know.
Oh, well,
What's that
I think
about?
the descriptions I actually have gone through a lot of those descriptions, and some are so funny and then some are so sad. And there are really dark
He's
ones.
nice.
There's one that's like, yeah, or when you can tell when a dog's horribly behaved, they're like, he needs a little extra love and care. He's a little bit spunky, got a lot of energy. And you're like, okay, so not the one for me.
Yeah, loves to play.
I know, but those sites are like,
Will bite kids. And it's like, oh.
the thing is, one day you're going to walk into one of those adoption fairs and it's going to be over because you're going to make eye contact.
It's gonna happen. I feel like it's any day now I'm gonna be adopting a dog. But it was a long conversation with myself of like, do I want to do this? Like you have to go
Yeah.
home. You have to like always go home. You
Yeah.
gotta go home.
Yeah.
See, I love going home, so I thought that
Me
would.
too.
But I'm just too. I have to figure out my brain in coming years. It's too tricky
Yeah.
for me sometimes.
What kind of dog
Yeah.
are you thinking? Do
Rat terrier.
you want to be able to
mix.
travel with the girl?
Smaller dog.
And you always fly private.
And it's, when I
To
reach
San
out,
Francisco Sketch
listen,
Fest.
when I reach to the shelter, I go, can this dog fly private? And
No,
that
this
is
dog
my
can-
first question. Yeah.
It's a Comfort Plus dog.
Yeah,
And you need a
Plus.
private dog. Oh my God. I know. I met the most gorgeous dog named Paloma who'd just given birth. And so like the tits were like dragging
Just
across the
swinging.
floor. She was
Yes.
so sweet. I miss her.
Oh my God.
And it was like she was getting adopted, and so the woman who had been fostering her was like watching her get adopted, and this woman was like heartbroken. It's very intense.
Oh,
But it makes me happy because I'm like, oh, people are actually good in the world. Like
yeah.
when you see people with animals, you're like, people are good,
There's a second where
Except
like
for me, like people are bad.
except for you. Yeah.
like I get the I understand the rescue stuff and the rescue stuff, but like they're like for a second, like have you seen like the baby? Are they called baby ragdoll cats?
No, what's that?
They have like blue eyes and they're like gray and they're super cute, but they're
Reminds me of
bread.
For
you know,
purchase,
like,
of
yeah,
course.
so,
Yeah.
and for a quick second, I was like, if I did this, would people
Let me
Yeah.
tell
come
you
for me?
this.
With cats, I don't know.
I don't discriminate because it's like if the creature exists, then someone's got to take care of it.
Someone's gonna take care
it's
of
the
it.
same. It's the
I get it.
same
It's like you're
logic as like
perpetuating- I don't know.
buying fur that already exists, but you're like, well, it's already dead. But you're like, well, it's creating demand. But I actually think I don't know.
So I should kill the cat.
You should kill
Yeah.
the cat.
Okay,
and then
you're
make
right.
and then
Everyone's
make-
like, everyone in
and
the
then make a
comments,
clutch.
thank you.
And then make a, and then make a clutch.
I don't know. Don't
It's
get
like
mad at
if you're a
us.
breeder too,
Sorry.
it's like get,
Bye.
I do think if you're a breeder,
Stop.
get a life. Like to be
Right?
like in a lab,
That's
being
your
like, wait, I have an
job.
idea for a cat. Like,
Yeah.
oh my god. Like, wait, I got the best idea for a cat. Like, what if it was like gray and then like
And then your
like,
job
blue
is to make
eyes?
them have sex.
Yeah, and then like,
Yeah,
hey,
get a
you,
life.
and you.
Get a life.
Oh my god, I'm seeing
You
you and
freak.
you. Like,
You pervert.
Literally get a hobby.
You sick fucking freak. Get a real job.
Like, let the cats connect with who they connect with organically.
Yes.
Like, let them find their love by themselves.
Jobs like landlord or like cat breeder and
I
stuff. It's
know.
like, why did you think that you can just
I know.
do that?
Jobs like landlord.
Landlords and cat breeders, who do you all think you are?
Who the fuck do you think you are?
Peas in a pod.
Yeah.
Oh, I had the scariest landlord once. Shout
The
out.
Venn diagram between landlords and cat breeders is a circle.
Yeah. Landlord. Oh God.
Is it a man or a woman?
It was a man.
Oh, okay, of course.
Otherwise, it would be
course.
landlady.
Duh.
Otherwise,
It
it would
was
be
a
landlady.
really scary man, and oh my God, he would. And then the way he would talk to me versus how he would talk to my boyfriend was so different that I was just like, this is crazy. Whenever I actually
Misogyny.
experience sexism, so
Yeah.
when I experience sex, I'm like, oh, this thing's still on.
Yeah.
Like, I thought we were done with
You
it.
said
but-
sex, and I went, and then you said ism, and I went, oh.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
never
Fake out.
mind.
When I experience sex, ism.
Oh.
Remember in 2018 when Border Patrol separated thousands of refugee kids from their parents, deported the parents back to their home countries while keeping the kids in the United States? Well, believe it or not, 6 years later, there are hundreds of families who have still not yet been reunited.
Although we as a community may feel hopeless at times, I recently learned about an organization called El Otro Lado, which works to reunite families. They provide holistic legal and humanitarian support for refugees, deportees, and other migrants in the U.S. and Tijuana through multidisciplinary, client-centered harm reduction-based practice.
Since 2018, they've reunified over 100 refugee families ripped apart by Trump's zero-tolerance policy. Once reunited, Al Otro Lado helps each family to find legal representation, housing, and the counseling that they need in order to heal and get on their feet.
You can find the link to donate to El Otro Lado in the description of this episode, or go to gum.fm/charity and donate today. You can also consider volunteering with the organization, which offers opportunities that are both in-person and virtual. The best way to get involved is by filling out an application on their website at elotrolado.org/volunteer.
Join us in supporting Al Otro Lado and donate today. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
So, since we last had you on the pod,
Yeah.
who were you then? Who are you now? And who do you want to be?
Well, I was actually, when I was driving over here, I literally was thinking about that because when I was on the pod, I was in a really dark place.
It was a dark time of the pandemic. I
Yes.
remember that.
Yeah.
I remember exactly where I was too when we chatted because it was in my old apartment and I was on the floor drinking spiked kombucha. It was scary.
Yeah. I was,
Spiked
It's
kombucha.
scary. That was a
That's
phase for me.
scary.
yeah.
My
That is
different
scary.
alcohol phases during the pandemic were all scary in their own way.
Yeah.
It was just a way to get how much can I get without people starting to worry
Yeah.
into the bloodstream.
Oh my God. I'm
Wow.
obsessed. It was so dark. And people will still send me messages being literal, and this is so gross in earnest, but being thank you.
Oh.
my
Thank you for
God.
being so vulnerable, or thank you. It really helped me feel like it was okay to just be sad.
Oh, I
and
love
that means that
Yeah.
truly, you know when celebrities say that, you're like, shut the fuck
Yeah.
up.
Yeah.
No one's messaging you,
Yeah.
you crazy bitch. But that it's real, and it was very
It's real.
sweet.
It's
I never
real.
respond.
Yeah, you can't.
I look
What are you
and I
gonna
go,
say? You're
"Hmm."
welcome for being sad.
Okay.
Yeah, I go, okay. I'm not sad anymore.
A lot of times I respond to them. People go, "Oh my God, I didn't think you'd ever actually see this." And I was like, "Okay, should I not have responded?"
Yeah.
I'm like, "That I'm
Oh my God, you're a
embarrassed." I'm like, "Okay, I'm
loser.
a loser." They're like, "Oh my God, what are you doing in this chat?" And I'm like, "Well, I thought the message was for me."
I got
But that's very sweet.
I got
It's
a video
sweet.
from a listener of them jerking off.
Oh, that's so
Sex
sweet.
Wait, are you serious?
Yeah, I didn't know what to say back. 'cause
Caption?
It just that, but they've sent messages in the past, and I
would say no.
I never
Is he hot?
engage.
I don't think that's a big question
Yeah, first
for
of all,
me.
guy or girl?
Yeah, guy or
A girl just like
Are they hot?
squirting.
I won't say in case they know. I'm not gonna comment either way on like, but I will say if I don't ever want that. Like
Yeah.
I genuinely
What?
don't
Why
want
would you
that.
ever want that? I mean, who thought you would want that?
I don't know. I've gotten it a couple times.
First of all, now me mad that I didn't get one. I was
Yeah.
like, girls,
You take me straight
step
to the,
up your game.
You take me straight to the police station to report.
Oh my god, I want one where it's
And
like
then another experience I had lately is, I was in a virtual meeting for my recovery program, speaking, like giving, like qualifying, and someone like I've never
No.
had this experience. There was like a Zoom bomber. All of a sudden, this guy with this huge dick is one of the squares jerking off to completion.
Not me getting like turned on.
I know. I'm supposed to be like horrified, and I'm just like, that's terrible.
That's so big. I hate how big that. That's
Yeah.
Oh, it
crazy
was
though.
big?
Yeah.
What
It
did
was
you
big?
say
Yeah.
something?
I DM'd the woman who was running the meeting. I was like, someone's jerking off.
Wow.
Wow.
I'm sorry about that. I shouldn't have
No,
told Brian to do that. It was a weird joke I was playing
It was
with
a
you.
joke.
It was a
It
weird
was a
prank gone
joke.
wrong.
It's so interesting because it was like, first of all, you must be punching in random numbers like in your Zoom when you're rock hard, and then coming on.
Okay,
and,
stop. Like,
And it was once again, it was big.
yeah, it was big. Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Anyway,
Okay, so you were sad.
Oh yeah, sorry. Now I'm in like this very. Wait, off of that. Wait,
Yeah.
no, wait.
Yeah.
There is this like this guy on Twitter or I don't know. He has like a huge dick or whatever, and he'll consensual. Well, maybe it's like I don't know, but you know that like random video where like it pairs you with random people,
No.
Chat roulette.
kind of like chat roulette or
yeah,
something like
yeah.
Omegle or something like that.
Mhm.
He'll be jerking off, but basically like his dick is so big that straight guys want to watch.
Oh, interesting.
But not in like a fake way, in like a real, just like he'll be like, oh, like he's like, I like, do you want to watch? And they're like, yeah, and they're like completely straight.
Wow, it's interesting.
But they're just because the dick is big, there's this like bro kind of like respect or something.
Oh my
There's
God.
something so crazy
Yeah.
and misogynistic
Wow.
about it.
Yeah.
That because it's like huge and the guy's like straight
Yeah.
and it has like a Trump flag, so it's like safe or something.
yeah.
It sounds so
Yeah,
safe.
it's like, this isn't
Crazy.
gay. This isn't gay because MAGA.
No, because it's like straight vibes, they feel comfortable and
Totally.
safe and they just want to watch.
It's just locker room talk.
I do want to
wild.
see it.
Just- yeah, I'll
Just
send it.
thank you.
I'll find it. It's like I found it randomly, not looking.
That's
it was just
scary
there,
though.
and it was
Watching someone jerk
Anyways.
off, like I don't know.
But
I'm
he's like,
always
he has,
I
he
don't
has like a
know.
nice guy kind of like vibe.
Persona.
So then they're just like, oh, cool, bro. Like, and it's
Yeah.
so
oh,
weird.
cool, bro.
They're like, cool, bro.
yeah.
Wow,
That's cool that you
that's
have that.
fascinating.
That's cool that you have that thing.
That's on Twitter.com?
I'll send it to you. Straight, I don't know. Straight men are just. I don't know.
I
There's such
know.
a culture to it.
I know it's so. I know there's such a culture to shape
I
that.
know.
Well, I'm
There's
like, are
such a
they,
culture
are
to
they
it.
straight?
I think they. That's what blows my mind is, I've seen enough gay porn in my life at this point that I know when it's fake.
Yeah.
I know. We know. We
I
know
love
when
to
it's
Google
fake.
which ones are straight. It's actually less than you think because people love to be like, did you know most gay porn actors are actually straight? And you Google, it's like one guy who's not even hot. You're
People
like,
do
okay.
love
who's
to
on
do that.
drugs.
Yeah.
So that's why he has to do it. It's like
Yeah.
sad, actually.
Aw.
I am a little bit obsessed
Sorry.
with the culture of gay porn. Like, I would love to be on set for a day and just see the belly of the beast. Do you know what I mean?
We should, like. Do you want to like develop some like a pilot or something?
Yeah.
Or some sort of a gay
script.
porn pilot.
Yeah. Oh, that'd
You
be so
know?
interesting.
Okay. Well,
Called adult because the main
Adult.
character will be an adult. So it's a double entendre because they're an adult and it's about being an adult, but also it's called adulting, but also it's in the adult film
like he wants to
industry.
transition out of the
Well, you know,
film industry.
Yeah.
There's a great series, I believe, on Max, shout out, called Adult Material. It's a British like miniseries about this porn star, and it's really good.
What
Oh
kind
my-
of porn star? Straight.
Straight woman.
Thank you.
I knew. I was
thank
like,
you.
I don't get. It's a good show. I think you'd like it.
Wait, what kind of porn do you like?
I still watch gay porn, which
Yeah.
is such a mind fuck because it's like I mean, I should talk to my therapist about that because it's so confusing.
Well, let's do therapy on each other. I'll charge you $200. Start cutting your bangs.
You just get up and start cutting my bangs. No, it's still gay porn and then straight porn. And then I keep it so generic. You're like, yeah, but like what?
So girls, guys, straight, gay.
Just people, really.
Yeah, people being people.
And then
I
of course,
love
guy jerking off in front of a MAGA flag.
I think trans porn is hard because I feel like it's like so obviously geared towards a man. Like it's so geared towards the male partner.
Totally.
That it's a little like, okay, like in reality, no trans woman wants any of. But I guess like that's so similar to maybe like cis women too in porn. It's, I feel like that's similar.
Totally, because it's literally just sort of like,
it's like no,
that's not how
that
it
would
goes,
never
though.
how that would happen or.
That's what,
So I stick to gay porn because it just feels like no one's hurting each other.
Totally.
Yeah, I watch a lot of lesbian porn.
Interesting.
Which because you know, you hear the lesbian porn is all fake too, but I'm like, at least there's no man like, just like, I guess being violent with the bodies.
And there's like alt porn sites that I've heard. People have been like, oh, but there's like alt sites and they're ugly. You know, it's like,
and literally me going, really small tits.
yeah, I'm like, oh, this is why this is alt. I'm like, no, thank you.
This is why you're all.
They're like, they're just like normal. They're just like
this is why I'm
normal
all.
This is why. This is why. This is why I'm all.
I'm all because you're not. You're
Yes. You're all because you're ugly.
You're mainstream because you're not.
They're not even ugly. They're just norm. They're just like they're just people who are having sex, and it's like no.
Yeah.
I know.
It's so hard.
Brian loves like certain amateur stuff, and I'm like, I don't need to be in this person's Bushwick loft.
That's private.
Like,
That's
I'm
private.
like, we're in Minneapolis. Like, I can see the Whole Foods outside the window. Like, I need a.
That's why I don't
want that.
That's why I don't get behind Twitter porn. Even I'm like,
Sure.
okay.
I don't know.
like,
I don't go. Yeah.
But
Anyways,
what was I gonna say?
what's going on with you, girl? By the way, hey.
When I get overwhelmed, I go.
Do you?
Like I do. Oh, that's actually a good segue. I'm kind of now stuck on like, am I a little autistic TikTok?
Oh, are you?
The stemming. And
are you?
I think I'm on the spectrum. I think I'm maybe lower on the spectrum. Like
That's
I'm
amazing.
not high or anything. Just like a little.
You're a Kinsey too.
Yeah, it's like a little autistic. Well,
Just a little
definitely
twist.
like sound sensitive, like stimming a little bit. I don't know. I'm definitely just on that side of TikTok where it's like, you're autistic, and this is why. And you're like, oh my God, I'm all of those things.
Right.
Yeah.
So you never know if it's real or if it's just like,
What are you supposed to do about that? Just knowing it helps you?
just, it's a great question. I think you just like stay at home.
Yeah.
They're like, and stay at home. Really.
The treatment is to stay at home.
Just stay at home.
No more pool parties.
The modality is to stay at home.
I mean, it is. I mean, in reality, it is
Surgeon General says, Surgeon General warning, stay at home.
Stay at home.
I mean, if you're a little autistic.
Just a little autistic. I mean, I feel
my
like
God.
in reality, like the truth of it is that it does help. There's a good feeling attached to like, oh my God, this is what this is.
Yes,
I'm
totally.
There's
sure.
something like good about that, even if it doesn't do anything.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, that's
understand.
something.
Peace of mind. It gives you
Peace of mind.
Oh, I'm this way because of that.
What was I gonna say? I don't know.
I'm
This made
all because I'm hot. You're not. I mean, it's funny because I can't remember the original song, so I'm trying to like map on the words, but I can't remember.
I'm hot because I'm fly. You ain't because you're
I'm
not.
hot because I'm fly. You ain't because you're
This is
not.
why.
Yeah.
This is why. This is
This
why
is
I'm
why I'm
hot.
hot.
Yeah.
Thank you. All right.
For some reason, that song makes me think of One Tree Hill, but I don't know why.
Do you watch Love on the Spectrum?
Not the new season, but I love the show.
It's so good. The new season is so good.
I've heard, and unfortunately, like I was talking to someone, I was like, I love the show, and they were like, well, and I was like, no, I was like, don't do this to me, and they're like, some autistic advocates think that it's, and I'm like, but I'm just like, no,
Good to
you know, like
know.
I just because it is so.
What do they think?
I mean, see, I don't even want to do this because I
I
don't want
know,
to ruin
I
it
know.
for
Sure.
anyone.
Yeah.
And this was like one person's opinion.
Yeah.
And guess what? Not autistic.
Yeah.
I feel really connected to Abby on Love on the Spectrum because people say we look like sisters,
Oh.
and I want to do a film with her.
You do look like Abby.
And certain like
That's blowing my mind.
she was
right
doing
now.
this thing where she kept going like she was talking to her boyfriend and she'd be like, "Thanks," and like walking away, and I was like, "Okay, that's literally me." So I love her.
She's fun. She's like funny and
She
quick.
sings. I'm like, let's do
and
the film.
She loves food. I feel like
She loves wine. She's always like, I'm ready for my glass of wine. I'm like, girl, let's get an A24 film about two sisters in the works.
I think like enough time has passed from the Sia movie
I
know.
that I think we're ready for some more autistic representation on
God.
screen.
Yeah.
Well, she'd be great in a film. Wait, don't freak out. I'm going to go pee.
Oh, no worries.
Don't freak out.
I'm not freaking out.
I'm hot because
Should we just continue?
Yeah, of course.
Okay. Whose 2024 bingo card was it on that people are going to start getting houses in Kansas City?
Well, apparently Rihanna just bought a house.
In Kansas City?
Yes.
What?
I know. It's like it's crazy.
Because they're cheap there?
I think it's because of climate
Oh,
crisis.
yeah, because it's
I
like
think
England.
people are starting to buy more in the middle.
Yeah, I know people that are taking all their money out of the banks.
What?
Or like going into certain banks.
Like now?
Moving to certain banks because it's like when the climate hits the fan, like none of our money is safe in banks.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
It's just numbers.
Someone who I really trust said they think that we will like be living drastically different lives in 5 years because of the climate. Like
Well, that-
drastically
Well,
different.
the UN report from a year or two ago, I think it was 2025, is they were
That's so
saying,
soon.
oh, that's
literally when we have
actually
to
next year.
That's literally when we have to get a real ID.
Oh my!
Literally in 2025, both the climate's going to ruin the world and we have to get real IDs.
That's the silver lining is that we'll never have to get the real ID. 'Cause
Yeah.
the world will be
Yeah,
over.
that's what- that-
you
What
makes an
you went to
ID?
the bathroom and we're now talking about the end of the world.
Yeah.
Oh, great.
Like, so
Don't let me stop you.
is-
What?
why do we live here?
I know.
I don't know.
I don't.
Wait, you still
I
live
live
in
in
New York?
New. Yeah. I was here for the month, but I'm leaving
Oh.
tomorrow.
Oh my
But she's coming back
god!
very soon.
Yeah, I've been spending more time here.
By coastal.
I guess so. Yeah,
I
but I
love that.
would love to book a job and come here for like a big chunk. And until then, I just love being in New York.
I will say I met on a job a couple weeks ago and I'm like, you know, when you choose this thing and you're like, you could feel yourself doing it and it's like, don't do this. But you're like, if this happens, everything will be okay. And if it doesn't happen, nothing will be okay.
Yeah.
And it's just like an easy black and white way to look at your future where it's like, I'm like doing it right now. I could feel myself doing it. And it will be bad if I don't get it because I'm doing it. Like I'm doing the thing where I'm like, if I...
Oh, I mean, you got it. And I was like,
No.
thank God. I was like, you're not gonna...
I also got
end
into a
it.
bad situation because there's this girl who works the desk at my gym who does meal prep. And I kind of like started freaking out while I was ordering my smoothie because there was a dead silence. I said, you do meal prep, right?
Oh,
She
crap.
goes-
I know where this is going.
Did I tell you this?
No, but I can just feel it.
So she's like, yeah. And I will say she like cooks at the desk and it smells amazing. And I was like, oh yeah, I'm looking to do it.
She cooks at the desk?
So then she was like,
it's like a hibachi
I'm
grill.
sorry. I'm like, what's happening? Like,
she's
shrimp?
launching into people's
Yeah.
mouths.
Cucumber.
No, she doesn't cook at the desk, say this, but she cooks at home and then heats it up at the
Okay,
work
okay,
and it
okay.
smells good. So I just made conversation and I was like, yeah, I would maybe be interested in that. And she's like, well, come on, let's talk. And then like we like went into like another room and talked about it. And then I just was like, I'm not sure if this is for me. And then in my head, I'm saying this. And then we exchanged numbers. And then the next day I saw her and she was like, had you texted me? Because I didn't see text. And I was like, oh no, I didn't text you. I'm actually waiting to hear on a job, which might change my schedule. And I meant it as I had created this narrative in my head where I was going to tell her that it's an in-person job and they serve you food there. So it would be not caught. That's what I don't need it anymore. But she took that sentence to mean like, I'm financially struggling. And if I get this job,
That's
then
what I thought too.
then
Yeah.
I'll be able to pay.
Oh
So
my
now
God.
when I see her, she's like, so anywhere on the job. And it's just very like,
She sets up a GoFundMe for you. You had no idea.
She's spreading the oil on the grill.
and so now I'm like hoping I get the job, but I'm gonna have to tell her I didn't get it, so that I'm still destitute and can't afford this meal prep situation.
Yeah, it's just
Oh
like
my
I'm
God.
always getting myself in those situations where I'm like all
You
of a sudden
form really
lying.
close like relationships with the
It's-
people in your life
it's-
and gym
and
relationships.
Do you know what my theory is? Because like since I'm new here, like I'm still real, and like people aren't used to like meeting someone real, and then when they talk to me and when they're seeing how real I am, they're like they grab on like a life raft, and
Yes.
they're
This is
like
scary.
they're like this is the first real person I've encountered in months.
This is so
And so
scary.
they're just trying to like.
But then the second time they meet you, you're like, I got a job.
Yeah, you're
And then you're like, yeah, then you keep walking, and then they go, oh,
We lost him.
It wasn't real.
Sorry, I'm too poor to talk to you.
Yeah, no, yeah.
Oh my god.
I know. Oh my god, I'm stressed just thinking about it.
I hope
Well-
you get it.
I hope I get it, but I hope there's an opportunity to kind of
Support her business later.
or to make it
Yeah.
seem like I didn't get it to her.
Sure. God does send us people in our life who like can't take a hint and will sort of like the kind of person who will ask you to get lunch like 18 times. And you're
Yeah.
like, at this point,
Yeah.
I guess I have to get lunch because there's nothing you can say anymore.
But don't you always worry you're that person to someone?
Oh,
'Cause it's such a
I haven't,
dance.
and now I'm freaking
No,
out.
now we're both like,
Oh no!
Well,
I think
because-
I'm pretty good at being like, okay, they obviously don't care.
I know, but then you're like, well, I asked them twice and they were busy and like they seem like they do want to hang out, but you're like, but I can't be that person that can't take the hint. So like it does become a bit of a dance.
There are 2 or 3 people I really admire who I've asked to get lunch and they didn't say yes right away, so I just never tried again.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, hint received.
Yeah. It's tricky.
Hint received.
To those people, hint received.
Hint received.
So
So who are you now?
Oh God!
Besides on the slightly autistic TikTok algorithm.
Right? I'm like, let's grab all of that. I'm so scared. I just got so scared.
We'll keep you
No.
safe. We'll keep you
Thank
safe.
you, thank you.
We'll cut whatever.
I'm from that because I was like 21 maybe.
Yeah.
Which is crazy because none of this should count. All of this time, I'm
Totally.
like, how is this counting?
No way. it's
almost
thought
counting.
this was,
nothing
like,
should count
fake.
since 2019. Like that's
2019 was the last time I felt in my power.
Yeah.
Yeah, but and all this time is real, and it's freaking me out that like
I know.
my skin has changed.
I
I'm like,
know.
what's happening?
Wait, my skin just changed.
My
I
skin-
know. I have a
yes.
crevice in my forehead.
Only
Don't
answer
care.
people safe. How old are you again?
I'm not saying. I'm not
Alright,
saying.
I'm 35.
She doesn't feel
plus.
safe.
I'm 35 plus.
I'm similar.
Okay.
I'm similar to you.
I'm similar.
Oh wait, did I tell you my other amazing drag name? Oh, you already said it maybe.
What?
Samila ETA.
Oh.
You know when you're driving?
Oh, yeah. No, I
My
think-
drag name, it's not even funny. It would just be, but I just like, is Lily, like Lily du Valet, like
No, it's
Lily,
fun.
Lily of the Valley.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So there's nothing like fun or punny about it.
It's
I
but-
like
delightful.
ones
I
that
like
aren't puns.
Yeah.
Like sometimes it's like
I feel like
just
a,
have a
a
name.
mandatory meeting kind of like ended it all for everyone because that's the most
Oh.
punny. That's
Yeah.
the height of,
That's
Who
amazing.
was
of
she?
all of it. She's on the new cast.
Oh, you
A
know,
mandatory meeting.
A mandatory
That's
meeting.
so funny.
She's on the new cast. She's learning how to do her makeup.
Oh,
People are
she's
coming
one
for
of
her
those,
because her
yeah.
makeup is so
A
bad.
mandatory
She's an LA.
meeting.
She's an LA queen.
I haven't watched the
Me
new
laughing about that for
season.
6 months. I love it.
You should. Okay, the two of you together or separate should be judges.
I
on
know.
We're
what's
totally open
happening.
to being on doing jobs. And stuff.
I didn't watch this season or last one. But I,
The thing is, you have no idea how easy we are to reach, and yet
yeah.
they don't call, they don't
They
write.
need to call.
No, they're calling. Sorry,
That's
sorry.
insane.
Everything is in my power. Everything's happening. For me.
And you know what? Trust the timeline of your life.
And you know what? I am exactly where I need to be right now.
And you know what? If it's meant for you, we'll
I'll
miss
miss
you.
you. Well, I'm good at where I'm where exactly where I need to be.
And you know what?
Ah.
I'm a little autistic.
Oh, wait, so who are you now? You're on every show. Every time I do a show, you're on it.
Yeah.
Admit it.
Every time he does a show,
Wait,
you're on it.
Okay, the show we did,
I
Yeah.
feel like outdoor shows are difficult.
and it was cold.
Yeah, and we can't just enough. There's parking meters in the space.
Oh
It
man,
was rough. It was rough.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's so
So that's how I'm doing.
Your show was so much fun, but again, I was like, I'm in such like a space where I'm doing the
Yes.
same 12 minutes every night at the Elysian
You
Theater.
killed.
I
You
did,
killed, by the
because
way.
I did the 12 minutes that I do. You know what I mean? Like, there's nothing new.
It's hard to write jokes right now.
Yeah.
I struggle. Like when I see a comic with new material, I'm just like, I'm just so much admiration. I'm just
Yeah.
like, how are you writing material?
I know.
because there's nothing
Who's like that?
funny.
Who's doing it?
I feel like I write material
club
once.
comics?
I
guess?
know.
Once
Like,
every 3 years, I write like new jokes.
it's hard.
I have a new not joke, but I have a new sentence that gets a laugh. It's like sometimes that's
huge.
Yeah.
That is the building block.
Yeah.
Oh, my new material that's actually working is I started doing ketamine
Oh,
for my mental health,
Right,
and
you're
it's
telling
been
me.
incredible.
Someone I know.
how often do you do it before you felt like the effects?
I did it for 4 sessions,
Mhm.
and it just like changed my life.
I have to ask my
That's
sponsor about
amazing.
that.
Truly.
How
Also-
long is the session? Like it's intravenous, right?
I do the one that's chewable,
Okay.
and then you swish for
Mhm.
15 minutes. It tastes horrible, but then you trip for like an hour and a half.
Is there like someone guiding you in the room?
Yeah, well, I do it through, and this is why I do it on stage because it's so funny. Is I go through a Texas company called Choose Ketamine.
Okay.
Sponsor me, send me free ketamine, and it's just like a doctor
Yeah,
A
in the
doctor-
loosest
And
terms.
they ask you medical questions. They go, "Do you want ketamine?" And you go, "Yeah." And then they go, second page, "How much ketamine do you want?"
So I will-
Are you allowed to do it if you're on like antidepressants or other things?
Yes.
Okay,
Oh,
it doesn't
absolutely.
matter.
The thing they look out for, and this is an advertisement, is heart rate, because that's
Mhm.
important.
Oh, well, that
No, I
makes me
do
nervous with you.
I know I now have heart issues.
Yeah.
It's kind of
Oh,
fun.
I'm so sorry.
Well, it's fine. I've had it my whole life, but I didn't know.
That's crazy.
I know. I was born with a hole in my heart. But it's
got-
actually it's actually not.
And it's the exact same size as God.
Yeah, God shaped. And thankfully it was God shaped, so it was easy to patch that up. It's not super it's common-ish.
It's
not-
like when someone sees like Jesus on the toast that they make.
yeah.
The doctor's like, "Oh my God, your hole in your heart looks exactly like God."
Well, when I found out I had it, it was like I was like, "Is this really common?" And the doctors were like, "Well, it's really common for us because we're heart doctors. So, like, it's not really common, like I guess, for everyone." I was like, "Oh." So the answer was sort of like,
You're like, do we all have holes in our hearts?
Yeah.
Like Swiss cheese?
But
Like,
I will say,
no.
anytime I ask my doctor, like, "Oh, am I allowed to do this?" He's just like, "Yeah, I literally don't care." So maybe
Yeah.
it'd be fine. I'll check
He
in
should care.
because I want to do
Yeah,
recreational.
I will-
I've been curious about lip filler, like in
Yeah.
a natural way, like nothing crazy.
Mhm.
But then I get scared, so I say no.
I
The
don't
thing
care
about
about
lip
lip-
fillers I'm seeing is like it migrates and then it's like in your
Migrates.
it's like
Kylie, did you see her recent pic? She looks
I've
like
seen
she's
something.
45.
it's really upsetting.
And I'm like, you're 20, what?
yeah, she's like
3?
25. Yeah, it's crazy. I feel like there's so much we don't know, but I support whatever everyone wants to do with their body, of course. But sometimes I'm like,
Yeah.
sometimes I'm like, girls, let's slow it down. a little bit."
I never thought
I'm
this
like
would,
one thing at a time, girls.
I
one
never
thing
thought
at a
this would happen to me ever because I've never cared about it, and I've always been fine with my face. Being here, it does make me want to get Botox, a chin, like something.
It's
Yeah.
here. It's the vibe
Yeah.
here.
It's here.
It's kooky. It's it's selling Sunset Core of like burgers and Botox. It's like, wait, those things shouldn't go together.
I know.
Burgers and Botox should be something. You should make that something.
No, that's like what they have.
There's
they
a
have,
burgers and Botox
What?
party.
No, they literally were like, let's do an open house that's burgers and Botox. This is real from the show. And they're like, they serve
What? But no one eats the burgers.
Of course, no one's maybe
Yeah.
without the bun.
So why are the
Or
there's just
like-
burgers there, but everyone's just getting Botox?
Yeah, they're like, isn't this
Performatively.
cute?
And they're like, ha ha, burgers.
Yeah,
And but no one eats it.
Yeah, for the husbands. The
And
husbands
visual-
get to come and
Oh
eat
my
the leftover
God.
scraps.
A visual gag, the burgers.
People are really
And they
like,
throw them away.
I didn't realize that people really, sorry, now I feel like I'm just going on, but like, and the other thing about being here is like, people don't eat any food.
Really?
I couldn't believe, like, I guess I didn't notice. I just love my 3 square meals at least a day.
Yeah. I eat
And then
6
you're
meals a
around
day.
friends, and I'm like, everyone I talk to, like, oh, I haven't eaten all day. I'm like, wait, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
I will never relate to like I forgot to eat.
I
Me, I
know.
That's not relatable.
Yeah.
I know. I
always
know everyone's built
remember.
different, but I'm just like, that is not. But I feel like it's the norm to have like 1 meal a day here. I'm like, okay. Someone, who was I talking to? Someone was like, I'm having like a dinner. I can't. I'm like,
Oh,
Okay.
interesting.
unique New York, unique New
I've
York.
actually been trying to get Ozempic for like a year.
Really?
And my insurance like will not cover
You're like,
it.
you're not sad enough. You're not sad enough.
no, like I need it for health reasons, like
It's
not
so
just not
expensive,
vain.
right?
But like it's become because so many skinny people have
Yes.
taken it and stolen it from people who rightfully deserve it.
Yeah.
Now they've created a barrier where
Mm.
you have to have diabetes
Oh, really?
for it to be covered by insurance. So even if you're pre-diabetic,
Really? That doesn't count?
literally my doctor was like, well, like when you do get diabetes, like come back. And I'm like,
That's insane.
crazy.
That is so insane.
That's
When
crazy.
you do get
When you
When
do
you
get
do, you're like,
diabetes, not
That's
if.
wild.
They're like, when. I'm like, when? And they're like, when? They're like, let's be real, it's not if. And then it's 20. If you just pay for it out of pocket, $2,500 a month.
No.
So I can't afford it. So
That's
but- yeah,
crazy.
What was I gonna say? I did
2,500
hear
a month.
a month.
one thing that intrigues me about Ozempic is that they say it's good for like OCD or obsessive.
Oh,
like,
because
Really?
the thoughts.
people.
The thoughts.
It's like
Oh, food thoughts?
Interesting.
Or-
no, like it's helped people like quit drugs. Like
I have heard it's good for substance abuse.
Yeah.
It's like a miracle drug, and they just can't. And something else I learned: it's not the medication that they can't make enough of; it's the pen, because the pen that administers it. That's what they can't keep up with the demand.
Really?
'Cause it's like one factory that makes
Oh
like
my
the
God.
pen.
You'd think someone would be kind of
Like
open up
Bic
a
should get
pop-up
it.
shop.
Yeah.
Bic should get in the game.
Right?
Or is there another way to take the medication?
So I've done so much research. That's why I know this stuff. Basically, like they have clinics now, kind of like the ketamine thing.
I see.
Where you can pay out of pocket like $400 a month, but it's not in a pen. It's in just like you just inject it yourself. But you
want someone,
you just don't know what it is. It's not.
Yeah.
It's because it's
anything
they
you're
make it themselves. You're like, I
injecting.
don't know what this is. It could be anything.
One time I
and
almost.
after hearing about the nurse,
I know.
One time.
I'm gonna do it.
the health system is so upsetting.
It's crazy.
It really is. Like,
It's sick.
It is sick and twisted.
you would think there'd be like, I don't know.
People are talking about it less.
I like that. I like that the jokes have. I was so done with the Ozempic jokes.
I know.
It's so
It's not
never
funny anymore. It's not funny
Yeah.
anymore. Just like move on. Like,
Yeah.
move.
The mandatory meeting moment for punny drag names has happened with Ozempic.
It's
and
over.
It's not, and it's
Ooh,
over.
that'd be a fun drag. Like, I can't think of it off the spot, but like a punny Ozempic name for a drag queen.
I know.
If she was like a plus size drag queen,
Yeah.
like I'll get there.
Get back to us,
I'm gonna
please.
when
It's
you get
hard.
diabetes, come back.
I can't
And tell us
believe
that
the
drag
doctor
name.
said that.
Yeah. Oh, also, the first time I tried to get it, I went to the clinic. Someone referred this doctor named Dr. So first of all, I'm like, okay, that's not a real name. I'm like, oh, like the pasta?
Yeah, literally.
Okay. And so
I
then
love
I
Vodka sauce.
Yeah.
Panela vodka, like it's
Best
so
food
good.
ever.
It's so good.
Whoever invented that is like so smart. I think about that about foods all the time. Like whoever thunk this up, like
The Romans.
the Roman. You know what I'm sick of joke wise?
Roman Empire.
This is my Roman Empire.
Yes.
It's gotta stop.
It's over.
What about this altered my brain chemistry?
Oh yeah, I tweeted or threaded yesterday. Like I'm so glad that Oh my god, wait, it was funny because someone who doesn't follow me on Threads had like absolutely filleted me in my comments. But I said, I'm glad the people who cheer the loudest when the Nicole Kidman AMC ad comes on screen now have saying this is my Roman Empire to use as a personality for a little while. And then someone goes, oh, they deleted it. Oh my god, they deleted it. That's so annoying. Someone said, doesn't make sense. This doesn't make sense structurally, punctuality wise, or like something else. And I just responded, thanks for checking out my page.
That's really mature.
So let me ask you this: who do you want to be? What's your dream of the moment?
Ooh, this year, this is so boring. But I've been developing different stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And it's time that I just like sell something.
I know.
And
Oh,
didn't you
that's exactly
literally
right.
win an Emmy?
I lost, but I was nominated.
Yeah.
That's major.
They can't take that away from
It's
me.
No, literally. Since last time we
Yeah.
talked, you were nominated for an Emmy. Kind
Emmy
of
loser,
huge.
yeah, Emmy loser, big deal.
Huge loser.
Big deal.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
That's it.
I'm in the exact
Yeah.
same place. Like, it's funny because it's like you have so many. It's like as a multi-hyphenate,
Thank you.
it's
Mhm.
so
Thank
hard
you.
to choose what to focus on.
Yeah.
But I'm like, if I really sit with myself and be like, what do I want? I'd say I want to develop, sell, and make a TV show.
Yes.
And so it's like you have to just choose the one you want the most and like give it everything.
yeah.
That's where you are.
I've been working so hard. I've been like developing all this different stuff, and it's just time to. And I've been in enough rooms now where it's just like, okay, like I have all this creative energy. I want to like be able to give that to myself and like what I want to make.
Yeah.
You know. So
It's
that
hard
is
to
what I
do
want.
that.
It's hard, and the industry right now is so crazy.
It's the Wild West.
Everything I want to write, that they're like they don't want that.
I know.
They don't want that.
I know.
That's like-
Yeah, and I look around. I'm like, well, then who is making anything? Because everyone I know is just getting no.
Yeah.
I know.
And I know the most brilliant minds of our generation, mind you. And then what's going on with your love life? Are you looking for love?
Ugh. I mean, always.
Sure.
Nothing really. I went back on the sites,
Yeah.
the apps.
Yeah.
I
I
should
like calling them
say.
sites.
I know. I was like,
OkCupid.com.
what? Really, the apps. Like
Coffee meets
Hinge.
bagel.
Oh my god. I mean, I'm on them. I don't know. I'm open. I just don't. There's other things I'm always prioritizing, but I don't really date. I know it's.
Well,
That's a lot of
dating is
work.
hell. Yeah.
If you're doing shows and stuff at night, you're not going to be like, okay.
I just want to like. I want that. This is so everyone does, but just that moment you're like you're in Whole Foods.
Yeah.
Yes.
You touch the same avocado.
Yeah.
You go, oh,
That's coming.
I know.
And then yeah,
I do think it almost has to
And then
be
he's
that
jerking
spark.
off.
Although,
Yeah.
if you're not looking for just sex, then it's like that energy has the real life energy has to exist. Otherwise, it's not exciting. Or,
Yeah.
yeah.
There's no reason to be like, I can't wait to get coffee with this random person.
I know.
But my energy has shifted a lot from the ketamine. I mean,
Yeah.
truly.
Oh, right. You were saying.
It
yeah.
has. It's made me such a much more open person.
Oh my God. It's
and
amazing.
I feel like I'm having all of these flirty moments in the world. Just where I'm just walking around and like there's an energy,
Yeah.
and people will be like a free drink or like oh, there's a cookie here's a cookie, like
Yeah.
a
Love
barista
that.
or whatever.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh my God, my energy must be like,
You're giving rom-com energy.
right now.
You're giving rom-com energy.
just give me a cookie? Are you kidding me right now?
Give a Nori a cookie.
Give a Nori a cookie. She's gonna fuck the shit out of you. So like that, there is a vibe shift.
Yeah.
And I'm not stressed about it. I don't feel nervous or anxious about the timeline. I'm truly, like you were saying earlier, I truly am just like, it's gonna happen when it's gonna happen. I got Newly, so I look amazing.
You really do.
You got what?
Newly, this like monthly fashion service subscription.
Cool. Yeah.
I used all the weird words for it. It's just like a monthly
You rent clothes
thing.
and then
Yes.
you can return them.
Yeah.
Which is perfect. Like, honestly.
Right? For girls like us.
Once something
we're
gets
performing.
photographed, it's like you don't need it.
I
Like
also-
I'm
It's
actually I
perfect.
decided I'm gonna do a clothing sale when I get back to New York and get rid of a bunch of stuff that I don't really use anymore. Because I'm like, why not?
That's like so like of the people in like an amazing way.
Oh, good.
Because like you should like sell it for like you're kind of famous. Like,
Oh.
you should like put it on like a site. You should
Can't
auction them
imagine.
off.
But the thing is, my stuff isn't like super nice. I'm just. Anyways, we'll touch base.
We'll touch base.
But I want it to be done in like 3 hours and then I move on with my life.
Yeah.
I love that.
I guess I want to like sell what I can and then just donate the rest and be like, okay, great. I didn't like, because right now it's so hard to part with things that are nice because I'm like, that was expensive and I wore it once and like it hurts.
Yeah.
But we'll see.
There's nothing more like weird energy than like in your closet keeping things that you don't fit into anymore.
Oh,
But you're like you don't want to like get rid of it. There's something so
I have a whole box of small designer things that I'm like, maybe one day for my
Maybe.
daughter.
Yeah.
My daughter Kelly. Kelly Cohen. That sounds good.
Kelly Kahan.
Oh,
does
she's
sound
rich.
good.
Kelly Cohen, she's
Kelly Cohen,
successful.
Summer
Yeah.
camp bitch.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yo, did you see Kelly Kahan this year? She's hot.
Kelly Cohen got tits this year.
Yeah. You got a hand job from Kelly Kahan.
Yes, dude. Rock on. Let me ask you this. Do y'all feel hot today?
Against all odds, yeah, it was like leg day today, and like it exhausts me in this like really powerful way. And when I'm exhausted, I generally feel hot. So yeah,
I love being exhausted.
Mm.
I'm exhausted every
Like
day.
in a physical way.
Yeah.
Not in a mental way.
Yeah, I feel physically exhausted.
That is hot.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I can't wait to get back into exercise. For years I've been like, when am I gonna you feel hot today?
I do. I
Yeah.
feel so hot that like this is the hair I woke up with.
No.
Wow.
I didn't even
You've-
like
It's so French girl bun.
I woke up, I had it in a bun when I was sleeping and literally was like, oh my God, like this is just
That's
the hair
crazy.
that is
the face framing
the
situation.
so I feel really
Yeah.
hot.
I love it.
your look too.
Thank you.
I
Yeah,
love
that
that
color is
color.
so good for you.
Thank you so much.
I actually do feel hot today because ever since I haven't had my period in so long that now my body's like working and I'm just like, it explains my moods. It explains why I've been like struggling. I'm like, this is so nice. So I do feel hot, which I haven't felt in a while. And I have a new healer who's really changing my mindset.
Wait, you have to set me up with her.
I will, but the thing is, it's sort of like,
I know.
yeah,
but
we'll talk.
What do
It's
you do?
almost
What do
more
you do
like
together?
okay. So when I first was gonna chat with her, I thought she was sort of like a one-time psychic, but it's actually more of like a therapy life coach who happens to be a little psychic. Is what I'll
But
say.
she
I love
knew
that.
information about me.
Yeah,
knew
she
she knew my name.
we were in the session. She's like, I'm hearing the word Patrick over and over
She
again.
goes, "Is he gay?"
And she's like a woman in the middle of New Zealand.
And she
like,
goes, "Is he gay?"
yeah, she doesn't like. She's not like online. Like she doesn't know. Like if you
Oh
search
my
her name, like nothing
God.
comes up. She's not like.
Yeah,
It was
and-
bizarre.
And she knew things about me that there's no way anyone could
It
know.
was wild. She's so special. But
Wow.
Specific things.
But if I were to say the main thing she's taught me, it's literally all about like, and it's so simple and obvious, but it's just about like this new exercise I'm doing where I have to look in the mirror for 5 minutes every day and like say I love my body.
Oh,
You know, things that are
Wow.
like
I love that.
so cliche, but
Catherine,
it's
you
like
have to get me in with her.
oh sorry, I will.
Oh,
I will. Just like being positive about what you do have because I spend so much time being so negative and so stressed. And it's just
Totally.
like, girl,
Girly.
don't. So I'm feeling hot. Do y'all have a crush of the week?
I would say
Ooh.
mine is the power couple photographer couple
Cool.
that I see at the gym. They're so fun. Like such someone just has good energy and it's like to start your day off and just have a nice little chat and then go home.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing like it.
Mm-hmm.
No drug in the world. Like a nice little chat and then go home.
I know what you mean.
Yeah.
I haven't had a crush in a while.
Mm.
That question prompted reflection,
yeah.
and I have not had a crush in a minute.
Maybe
That's
there's
funny.
a crush around the corner.
Yeah.
I love that.
I mean, you're
Mine
getting
is
you're
since I-
getting cookies for free.
You're getting, yeah.
I'm the crush.
You're doing something right.
I'm the crush. Yeah.
I will say before I leave LA tomorrow, I had the most divine breakfast burrito from the Los
Ooh.
Feliz Cafe, is what it's called.
Yes.
Have you been there?
Well, I've had. Yeah,
I just ordered
have.
it on Seamless or whatever. It was
I've ordered it from.
yeah.
Did you have the? They have like the sausage
give you
that's so good.
Oh, I had bacon, but it looks
Okay,
good.
okay.
But the two sauces they give you are really, it's like perfect spice level, so
Yes.
cheesy. It's like
Wait, where is
and
it?
it's massive.
I'm due for a good breakfast burrito.
Los Feliz Cafe.
Okay.
It's so
I
good.
DoorDashed it and it was so good. I got they have like a sausage
Uh-huh.
that's like I think like a little Middle Eastern coated,
Yes.
and it's so
Yeah.
good, like spiced and
So
it's
shout out
delicious.
to that
I'm due
place.
for an Erewhon breakfast burrito soon. I used to have that every day when I was here in the
steak. Do you do
spring.
the steak one?
I do bacon.
Okay.
It's like they put those little crunchy things
So
in
good.
it. It's like there's nothing like
I'm
that.
scarred from like I had some sort of like keto breakfast sandwich there and it made me so sick.
Oh yeah, keto is
Oh.
like
I'm not even doing keto. I just like it looked good and I was like,
Yeah.
okay, it can't be bad for you.
yeah,
It was bad.
Wow.
yeah,
But whatever.
yeah.
Are y'all mad at me?
No, are you mad at me?
Not at all.
Are you mad at me?
No,
Okay.
no, literally,
This was
literally.
a little bit
it's-
too short, I have to say.
I know there's just so much fun. You're so funny.
You're the best person.
So
I could talk to you
special.
for hours.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming into the studio.
This has been a pleasure. I can't believe twice. I gotta be here twice.
can't believe twice.
You know what? There's this poem. It says, "Being in love is like being alive twice."
Oh, what do you mean? What does the poem mean?
Oh.
If you don't get it, you don't get it.
Yeah.
But it'll speak
You
to
don't get it? You get it.
Being alive twice, like I'm more alive now. And
It's just like a feeling of like, it's almost I've been born. It's like almost like a born again, like renewal.
Everything's new.
Yeah.
And of course, Headgum. Thank you, Headgum. Bye.
Treatment. If you're boring as fuck, seek treatment. If you're unlucky in love, seek treatment. If you just can't take a hint, well, seek treatment. With Kat and Pat.
That was a Headgum podcast.